The rescue is called Harmony Hollow, and it is a 501c3 nonprofit. So, and that we're housed here, which is Tennessee Music Farm.
Philip Mullins, I'm a farrier.
Dr. Andy Ligon, I'm an equine veterinarian for Tennessee Equine Hospital North.
Cupcake would be the most challenging. She had the worst angles, the worst case of white line, multiple abscesses, live abscesses, and just so heavy.
Willow is one of them, the little white miniature. So if for unforeseen reason happens that we have an emergency, I can't touch her. She's not going to let me anywhere near her. So trying to find a way for emergency will be very much of a challenge, just to be able to get her caught. So it's fun, and it can be at 12 o'clock at night. It can be 1 o'clock in the evening. Doesn't make a difference. We'll still be out here and see what we can do to figure it out. You typically get horses that people don't want, and there's a reason why they don't want them. So medically, you run into everything. So it's a fun challenge to try to start from ground zero on a case that's been going on for years. And then at the same time, you've got a personality. Not all of them are nice.
When I rescued the draft horse, they weigh about 2,000 pounds. Her feet were really, really bad, and she did not know how to pick her feet up because they never trimmed her feet properly. So I ended up going up to Kentucky and getting this contraption here. It's just called a stock. And basically all this stuff is out of the way, obviously, but they walk in this way. And then if we have to sedate so that they don't fall or anything, there's rubber pieces that go underneath their stomach. So
I think she's a saint. Absolute saint.
She got a heart of gold. Sweet person, sweet individual to work with.
Yes.
She loves these animals.
my name is Lori Dixon.
And my name is Shantae Moody.
All the animals here have come from a kill pen where they were bound for slaughter.
I would say the hardest thing is, physically it's demanding.
It is.
And, some days when you're lifting a 50-pound bag of grain, it's like...
We had a Belgian draft horse, and her feet were split all the way up to the top of her hoof. And it was probably the worst hoof condition I've ever seen. So she had a systemic infection that affects your muscles called Clostridium perfringens. Whoever had her probably knew that and didn't want to treat it and just thought, let's get another one. So she still has a lot of really good years left in her. It's okay, baby. You're okay. You can see that she still has some weight to put on her. You can see her ribs. These are her hip bones. They shouldn't stick out maybe quite that much. She's put on a lot of weight since we got her. She had, you can see right here, she had a pretty bad injury right here. We had to go in. It was a wound that went up about this far internally, so for a couple of weeks I'd have to drain it and put medicine on it, but she's a lot better now. Whatever they need, they get. They have all the veterinary they need, all the food they need. We make sure that whatever they need, that we're going to be able to provide that for them. Chickens, cows, everybody. If they need the vet or they need any kind of care, we make sure that they get them. I've got the best vet.
Yes, absolutely.
He'll come out any time of day or night if we need him. We got one loose. And we just feed them specifically for what they need. A lot of times we get animals that are here that are really emaciated, so we have to feed them really specifically so that we can put weight on them properly. We feed them twice a day, but they eat all day. If they want to eat grass or hay all day, they've got it. We do have a trainer that's working with 2 of our horses that are not on this site now. They're at his farm, so we do have trainers if we need them. The veterinary care that we have given over the last 2 years has been more than $50,000. Hay and grain is usually at least $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
Also, we rely a lot on the vets. They are such a great asset to tell us, okay, this is all we can do for this animal. So
Yep.
we really lean on them for that guidance.
Very true.
Because we are very emotional and we will just
We love them
keep
like
on putting
yeah,
as much as we can into them.
they're our kids, pretty much. You know, they're part of the family. So we do exercise them and work them. I try to get them gentle enough that we can use them for therapy and that they've gained trust with people again. A lot of them come they've been mistreated. So the training that we do here is just to gentle them so that the vet can work on them, the farrier can work on them, and that we can have a good interaction with them.
Just to go back to that comment about men versus women, that's one of the beautiful things about us handling these very scared, injured animals often. They're like, they see us and they're not threatened, but any men go around them when we first get them, they're not about it.
Yeah, they really have to learn that they start to trust us, and then like, okay, they're trusting them, so maybe we'll give them a chance.
That one over there is my baby Scooter. He's the daddy. I mean, he's not really. He kind of took him in. We got him separately.
Buy him.
She's a mean mom.
Oh, she birthed all of them.
No, she just birthed this one. That one we had before. He's a boy, so he's like a daddy figure to Sawyer. He takes it over.
In the early 2000s, they started the ban on horse meat in the United States. So animal rights groups were really active in trying to get to end horse slaughter in the United States, which sounds great. We don't want that in the United States, but the problem that happened from that is the people that were slaughtering horses in the United States were not going to stop. Now the animals get put in kill pens, waiting for a kill buyer. That buyer will come and get the animals, and they just take them to either Canada or Mexico for slaughter. So it's actually worse because they have a really long ride that's usually not a very humane situation before they are still ultimately slaughtered. So I went to the kill pen to get the quarter horse, and while we were there picking her up, this guy pulls up. So we just think it's somebody dumping a horse at the kill pen, but he didn't even bother to walk in and, hey, I'm leaving this horse here, you know. He just literally tied her to a tree. So the girl that saw it all, she thought, oh, he's gonna come and ask me like what's the process or what. She goes, nope, he tied her to a tree, he got back in his truck and he just left. So I said, put her in the trailer. We're just gonna take her. I think just getting that interaction, that connection, and seeing that they trust you when you get an animal that really didn't trust at all. I think it's just the connection, the bonding that you have with them.
So if you're going through something and you just want to say, hey, can I come out and visit the farm? You want to bring your family? You know, we want to get to where we can facilitate that very well. So
I'm certified in equine therapy, so there are groups where we plan to take the animals off the property to do therapeutic interactions with the animals and different groups of people. But ultimately, to have that here is the best because they're in their own environment. Everything is really laid back and relaxed. So that is one of our biggest things is we've taken these animals from something that's pretty horrific. And it'd be really great to be able to help them, help somebody else through something that might be.
Be sitting in the console